Warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Christian Kirk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. Big strides. Look at him go. He's got room at the 30.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something to be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial, make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now back to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Pulled in at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got the kick. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Mostert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Looking to throw. And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's the 4th-year man, J.K. Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 1. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings go coast to coast and off with 6 points.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Matt Judon able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action here on first down.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And a catch right side by Evans.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw again. He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Albert Okwuegbunam. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside. They give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd and 2. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Now he's free at the 35.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, LA.
Raheem Mostert. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use, than that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be... The ball comes out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. But the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
A run with Mostert up the middle. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees a...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A handoff running left is Mostert.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Gets around him. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Hardy set to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's caught by the rookie Quentin Johnston. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Looking to throw. And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that
That's
answer.
cold-blooded. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
2nd and 6. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught by Evans. He may go. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Evans, 67 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Here's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw.
connecting with Andrews.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right.
And this one too low.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Julian Love picks it. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So